you so much, everyone. Let's get to one of our major conversations tonight on the program, and it is the controversy on the same faith ticket, the Muslim ticket that is being criticized by the likes of Mr. Babachi Lawa, a former SGF, and a former Speaker of the House, Mr. Yakubu Dogara. Some of them who have said they are now endorsing Peter Obi of the Labour Party. What does this mean to their membership of the APC? Are they still members of the APC? Will this change anything for the chances of the APC in the northern region of the country or in the nation at large? Mr. Babachi Lawa, a former SGF, joins us live on the program tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you very much.
Should I say congratulations on your victory at the court?
I told you it will be so. You didn't agree that time.
But the EFCC, no, it wasn't about me. I was just asking some critical questions about that. So, I mean, the EFCC says they're going ahead to appeal the case.
Oh, they can appeal to heaven. We'll get there. We'll meet there.
You think you are, you are innocent?
100%. The court has proven it.
But if they take it to the topmost,
we'll
to
go
the apex court?
We'll get there. I said to heaven, we'll get there.
Do you think that that case was political? Do you think so?
I can't speak for those who did what they did. To my mind, I think they just wanted the seat of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation out of my hands. That's all. They could have used any other method, and they chose this one. But they needed to go to the conclusion of the matter, and they lost. I think they just needed me out of the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Not that you are guilty in any way.
No.
With benefit of any side, if there was anything that you did with your company and being in political office, was there anything that you have learned from that scenario?
There's nothing to learn there. It's just all lies. So you don't learn anything from lies. You don't learn anything.
Who are these people you are talking about?
I don't know. They are there. I mean, they know themselves. Obviously, they know themselves. They know themselves.
Are they the cabals? I thought you were one of them.
I don't know of cabals. I mean, really, the issue of cabal is, I don't understand what cabal means.
But you were one of the cabals at that time.
It goes without saying, if the Secretary to the Government of the Federation has no influence on the decision-making process of the government, then what is he doing there? They call it the engine room of government. So if there's a cabal, it should be the chief cabal, because he's the chief advisor to the president.
But I mean, you were very confident that you may. I mean, you were at the time you questioned who is the presidency at that time. Yeah. That was a very strong soundbite.
Yes.
And people thought that maybe you were arrogant about it.
That's the problem.
They thought that maybe you thought that you were untouchable.
Shaun, we've discussed this before. That is their problem. Look, if you have time, I'll go back through it again. When I was coming, when the vice president called me, and he says, AGL, I says, as he normally does, I would like to see you. I would like us to meet. It was around 2 o'clock. I said, well, sir, I have a visitor here. When I'm through with him, I will come. When I was through with the visitor, I went to the villa. And when I got in, I said, do I sit down, sir? Because that day he was doing like you are doing now. He wasn't looking into my face. He was looking into his paper. You know, not wanting us to lock eyes. So he said, there's a big problem. I said, well, what's the problem, sir? What problem is it that we can't solve? He says, you know, and what is this problem? The president has said we should investigate this matter between you and the Senate. I said, oh, I thought that matter had been put to rest because the president had dismissed it. The president had directed the Attorney General to write me for explanation. I did. I attached my document. The president dismissed it. I said there was no case there. Second, they didn't follow any due process. So, well, I said, well, sir, I don't know what. So he said, what is it about, by the way? I said, I wouldn't know, unless what I read in the papers. So he said, okay. He has told us to investigate anyway. I said, well, that is good. Now, then he looked up. You say it's good? I said, it's good. As he said, well, do you think it's good? I said, because this National Assembly thing is trialed by media. They didn't call me. They didn't want any time I wanted to show up. They would say they had nothing to ask me for. So it's trialed by media. And so somebody who is dispassionate about it, who is neutral, will get to the root of the matter and find the truth. And that will be cleared. So he said, oh, okay, then, okay. So sit down. So I sat down. So he now said, of course, you know, you might have to step aside. He said specifically, very pointedly, he said, though the president did not say so, but you might need to step aside while the investigation is going on. I said, sir, is that necessary? He said, yes, it's necessary. I said, okay, fine. Now I'll go for holidays. I've been trying to go for medical checkup, but the president wouldn't let me because he would jokingly say, there's no deputy SGF. Go and die on that chair. You know, so I said, but now this opportunity for me to go. He said, oh, no, SGF, you can't go. I said, why not? He said, because we might call you to state your own side of the story. I said, okay, fine. Then you put it in writing, would you? What you want me to come and discuss? He said, of course we will do. So I said, when would that be? He says, maybe Monday. Now it was a Wednesday. So I said, okay, is that all? He said, yes. So I stood up, and as I was going out, as I opened the door, he said, oh, by the way, SGF, you understand we might have to inform Nigerians that you are going to be investigated and you'll be on suspension. I said, of course, if you think so, that's okay with me. Now, there's a system we established with the president. If you are going to be removed, which we do from political appointees, the president insists you must phone the person and explain to him that in 2 days' time, we will appoint you a replacement or something like that. The president's reasoning is that he doesn't want you watching television with their family members and they are announcing your removal. Or maybe you are in the United Nations somewhere. So he says you must tell the people, give them 2 days minimum, so they can tell their family. So I now asked him, so when is the president, when are you going to make that announcement? He says, by Saturday, I think. So, okay, thank you very much, sir.
So that's how you were. So that's how the announcement was made. And
no, wait, I have to finish. That's the tail end, because to get the answer of your question. As I was going out of his office, going downstairs, it looks like the whole of journalists in Nigeria were there. They ambushed me. They were not normally there. They normally stay with the president's side, but now they are all in the VP side. So somebody asked, sir, is it true you have been suspended? I was surprised when he said he will be announcing on Saturday. And here it appears I was the last person to know that I've been suspended. We continued to, I didn't answer them. I said, you must tell me who informed you that I've been suspended in the light of what the VP had just told me. So we continued sparring like that until I got to my car and they blocked me. They said, sir, you must tell us whether you are suspended or not. I said, who told you this information? Who gave you this information? They said, sir, there was a press release. I said, from who? They said, from the presidency. I said, who signed the letter? They kept quiet. I said, who is the presidency? Because when they are talking of presidency, they are talking of the office of the SGF and all the parastatals that report to the president through the SGF.
Let's move on to the topic of today. So, at least you have opportunity to explain yourself today.
No, I did. I've done it with you before. Right. You didn't want to believe me that time.
No, it's not about me believing you.
Yeah, okay.
The fact that you have to explain yourself in front of the court of law. Today was late yesterday night. You too.
No, I didn't have to explain to the court of law. Remember, I didn't.
No, but you had. You won in the court.
Yeah, but the whole essence of the court was the court felt that they had no case. So I didn't defend. There was nothing to defend.
Yeah, Mr. Lawal. Let's move on to today's conversation. Now, you wrote that statement. Does it mean that you are no longer a member of the APC?
There are two different things. In a democracy, you are allowed to disagree, even within a party.
So you're still a member of the APC?
Yes, I'm a member of the party.
You have endorsed
I've endorsed Peter Obi.
Is he on your own volition, or you have your supporters with you?
Well, let's get here. The thing is, it's not as if Dogara and I are the only people in the movement. Long before then, we have a group of Christians in APC when we sense this trend had been going on since the merger of the party. APC has always sidelined the Christians in the party. So we have this pressure group where we continue to push for the inclusion of Christians in the politics of APC. Now we're about 40. So when I came here and I said the Muslim ticket was dead on arrival. That was the first public comment on this matter nationally. I said it was dead on arrival. So when I got home, they came, sir. So what do we do? So 40 of us or more continued to strategize on what next to go, what next to do. And as we went on, of course, there were some who still felt that we could have an accommodation with APC if they are nice. Or some would say, maybe let's do PDP. Some would say, let us do Labour, and so on. So we took time to analyze the political terrain. We took time to analyze the political parties in the light of the current dynamics of our political system. First, the cry of marginalization. Second, we felt that we should support a party that has the potential to win the election, so that at least Christians will not be out of the political scene. So we did all this. And of course, quite a few disagreements. And to be sincere, we met. APC didn't bother to come to us. APC, up to now, they didn't bother.
When you say APC, you're talking about the president, the national chairman of the party, and even the candidate.
Everybody. The candidate is behaving as if he's already the president. He doesn't need to talk to us.
But the candidate was your very good friend.
He's my very good friend.
Immediately after his emergence, I mean, I saw some activities with yourself.
Before his emergence, even long before Tinubu thought he wanted to be president of this country, I was one of those who encouraged him to feel he's qualified to be one. Long years, even before I became SGF.
So you guys are no longer friends any longer?
No, politics can't separate friendship. Friendship is much more than politics.
Do you speak with
the issue is very serious. The issue is this. We, the Christians in the North, felt we have been maltreated, we have been insulted, our religion has been denigrated. As a people, we have been told we have no capacity. And so we feel insulted. We feel our religion has been insulted. And so anybody that has the tendency to do that, we have no business supporting him to be the president of the country, where the whole paraphernalia of government will be at his beck and call, which he can use to further humiliate us, oppress us, and maltreat us. So the issue is very existential. Do we want to survive, exist as a people?
Do you think that Christians are marginalized and oppressed at the moment?
Oh, my friend, it's terrible. I give you some few examples. They're very common one. You can check on the internet. There are 27 federal universities in Nigeria. In the north, I mean. There are 27. Both military, civilian. There are only 5 Christians who are vice chancellors out of 27. Polytechnics, the same thing. College of Education, the same thing. Specific examples. Since Ahmadu Bello University was founded, the first VC, Professor Shai Audu, thereafter, they never allowed any other Christian again, until Professor Saro. And it was they didn't even allow Saro to finish his tenure. Every university, as you are now, if University of Usman Danfodio University VC is vacant, no Christian will ever be considered to be a vice chancellor. Bayero University, University of Maiduguri, Tafawa Balewa University, even Modibo Adama University in Adamawa, 42 years in Adamawa State, a Christian state. No Christian has ever been vice chancellor. No Christian has ever been vice chancellor of Tafawa Balewa University. That's how it is, 42 years. No. Now, when you become a vice chancellor on the basis of the fact that you are a Muslim, it goes to show that you are expected to perpetrate the same policy.
Do you think that the religion was a consideration on merit?
Religion is a consideration. If you go to any government office, federal government office in this country, in Abuja here, you will find Christians grumbling. Oh, we will not be, they didn't send us on training because we are Christians. This place, they don't promote you because you are Christians. This place, they don't allow you to go on tour so that you don't get allowance. It's everywhere. You don't get contract because you are Christians. It's everywhere. It is endemic. It's everywhere. Every Christian in the North is a victim of this.
So your choice of Peter Obi, because Peter Obi is not the only Christian on the ballot. I mean, there are other political parties, and there is the Atiku and Okowa there, and there is the SDP candidate, there is Showore and his party. I mean, Peter Obi, why the choice of Peter Obi specifically?
First of all, we are politicians and we are realists. You have to I told you that we want to support a political party that has the potential to win and potential to rule. and then to address all the other dynamics of the society. What are these dynamics? I've narrated one. Marginalization, there's insecurity, a cry of all inclusiveness. So you look at it, there are only 4 political parties that are worth our discussion. And we've discussed with them, except, as I said, you are a big friend, the APC, the big party. So, and they have all shown a good inclination. Kwankwaso is a good material for presidency, for example. We discussed with him, but we looked at his system, the tendency, the chances of winning the election based on our parameters is very small. We looked at the Labour Party, we think the chances are very, very big. And we think that a party, a government run by Peter Obi and Deti will give Nigeria the desired peace. In fact, it will win us from this oligarch.
Did you get any commitment from Peter Obi before making your decision?
Look, we don't need a commitment. The issue is very simple. If you go to every Christian village in Nigeria, they will tell you, there might be no candidate for the other political posts, but they will tell you we are doing Peter Obi. If you go to church, people like us, when they discuss politics, we are doing Peter Obi, everybody is doing Peter Obi. So what do we do?
Are you still an active pastor?
Yes.
So what do you tell your congregation about the situation of things, and as a politician and as a clergy?
Yes.
What do you tell them?
On what one?
On this basis, on your decision?
I'm a Christian. I'm a member of the society. The worldview of the church group is what influences my worldview. We discuss.
Is this a popular decision of the
church?
Very, in the north?
Extremely popular. Extremely. Of course, I can tell you there are still some Christians who are hanging around APC, of course, for whatever is their own reason. We don't begrudge them. Some are in PDP. But everywhere for the average Christian rank and file in the north, they have Labour Party.
I know you've been a politician for several years, and you perhaps will understand the dynamics of how to win an election.
Yes.
The PDP and the APC, they do not think that Peter Obi stand a chance of becoming next president.
So every politician thinks that he's going to win an election. That is why he's there. And for some reason, the mindset will be people tell you that you are the only person that can win. The parameters they use to assess their viability, it's only them know about it. That's why when Nigerians lose election, they tell you that they were rigged out, because them and their close circles didn't bother to find out the thinking of the larger community.
Let's glean from your experience, Mr. Lawal, tonight. Perhaps there's something that you're saying that a lot of those who do not think Peter Obi will win are saying.
Yeah.
What gives you the confidence that Peter Obi will win the election, and which part of the country do you think the votes will be coming from?
Now, my own thinking is that this election will go to a runoff.
It won't end on the first ballot.
It might not. The chances of it ending on the first ballot is slim, but it is there. But one, APC is not on this ballot.
Really?
Yes, APC is not on this ballot.
What makes you think so?
That's what I'm going to tell you. APC, as I told my friend before this ticket came up, I said, if you are going to do a Muslim ticket, the consequences is this. Every Christian in Nigeria will feel slighted. Not only the North. For every Christian all over the world will feel slighted, their religion insulted. The fact that you think there's no Christian capable of doing this. And the fact that you have broken a non-convention. It's always been Muslim, Christian, Christian, Muslim. But you, for some reason, will break this convention, and so Christians will take it personally. So you will not get any vote from any Christian somewhere. I say, and my friend, if you are going to do a Muslim ticket, how on earth can you expect to beat Atiku or Kwankwaso in the North? Atiku, a Fulani Muslim, a prince. Atiku, this is his 5th run. Every run he accumulates some experience and skills. You have no experience in presidential election. Essentially, you are relying on people that are unreliable. So how are you going to get the votes in the North? So my thinking is that Bola will not get 25% in Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kano, Yobe, Borno, maybe Borno, maybe 25%, maybe. In all the House of Fulani states, it goes nowhere. Now he has fought the Christians. He has antagonized the Christians. So he loses Adamawa. Of course, Adamawa is Atiku territory. He loses anything from Gombe. Gombe, because of bad governance, the people have abandoned APC. He loses Taraba. He loses Plateau. He loses Benue. He loses Nasarawa. He loses Kaduna. He loses. Where is he going to get the votes? He will get the votes in the southwest because of affinity. It's our turn syndrome. It's our son syndrome. And maybe, and I told him, Bola, these mega churches that have millions of members are Yoruba churches, the big churches, Living Faith, Deeper Life, Redeemed, Love, whatever, Love World, or the other one. They are all churches, and these are the people that are the major opponents of a Muslim ticket. So you can't even count on the Yoruba votes totally. And Atiku, in any case, PDP has always been strong in Southwest. So why are you going to get the votes? You don't even, during the convention, you didn't even allow us to go to the Southeast. Says a waste of time and money. South is not his territory. So why is he going to get the votes? So they are there. If they like, they come third, depending on how Kwankwaso does, because Kwankwaso will do well in terms of 25% in most of the Hausa states, particularly Kano, Jigawa, Sokoto, Katsina. Will do well. The candidates, the good candidates that couldn't get tickets in APC or PDP have taken the tickets in Nasarawa, from NMPP. So they have solid candidates that are electable. So they will do well. Atiku, of course, will clear most of the northern states. Atiku will clear some states, maybe 1/4, 25% that he gets. So Peter Obi, whatever he must tell you, they will vote Peter Obi. He has 5 states there. Peter Obi will get 25% in the 6 South states. Peter Obi will get 25% in the North Central states and part of the Northeast. Southern Gombe, they will do Peter Obi. They don't want to hear any other party there. Adamawa, rank and file, the Christians, they don't want to hear any other party there. If it's part of the fact that it's at Atiku territory.
But some of the big guns in the APC don't think that you have any weight at all, you and your friends.
We don't have weight, but they are panicking.
Are they? Are they panicking?
They are panicked. Why are they manufacturing fake bishops and the fake Christian organizations to address? It's panic, total panic. See, when I look at my friend on television, I see I know what I see. I see somebody in degeneration.
Who is that?
Bola. He's not the Bola we used to see. Every Nigerian will look at Bola degenerating until because of the tension. For the first time, I think it has hit him that he will not win this election.
On the final note, Mr. Lawal, you wrote there in part of your statement, you said that the APC ticket goes against the grain of the Nigerian politics, which you have explained in part. And you said, surely APC's same-faith ticket is intended to shame Christians and bestow on them and their religion a second-class socio-political status in their own country. And for those who think, well, we believe more in the character and the ability to govern, perhaps not on ethnicity or religion.
On what are you going to govern? In a divided society, who are you going to govern? Society that is at war with its internal self? How? How are you going to govern me if ab initio you've denigrated me?
Even the section 97 of the Electoral Act forbids anyone to campaign on the basis of ethnicity and religion.
Yes, but why did Bola do it then? Why is APC doing it on the basis of religion? And why are they campaigning on the basis of ethnicity? He says it's his turn, it's the town of the Southwest, and in Southwest it is his turn. Is that not ethnicity?
Should Peter Obi not win this election, what would you do?
Me? I get nothing from politics, my brother. I'm a farmer, very successful one. I get nothing from politics.
All right. Mr. Babache Lawal, former SGF, thank you so much indeed for coming tonight and explaining these issues.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.